Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Stardew Valley. So in my last episode, we did some more stuff here in fall. We've met the mysterious Mr. Key, and in this particular episode, we actually have some rain. So we don't have to do as much stuff outside in terms of watering. But I do believe we are going to have our first major crop of the fall. It's not going to be the ones outside. It's going to be the ones in my greenhouse, which I believe are actually going to be melons. And we're getting pretty close to having enough Joja Cola for our display that we're going to have in... Ooh, we finally have our amaranth. But yes, our display for the fair that's coming up in a week. I've been talking about it for quite a while, and now we are getting very close to being able to do that. Remember, I'll be showing off what happens if you place the mayor's shorts in the display, as well as if you just do the display normally. But we needed this amaranth for Marnie, and so now we have some for that purpose. And we're getting pretty close to getting our special honey as well. So that should be coming very soon. And then all of these pumpkins as well, too. That'll take a few more days. Probably not in this episode, might take a little bit longer, but should be very soon. So we're going to spend a little time here getting a bit more wood. You can never have too much wood. We need it for charcoal as well as for building projects if we decide to go that route in terms of making little things to create specialty items with from our crops. But we'll see. Considering I use the perk to get more from my crops themselves, I might actually lose money if I end up turning them into the artisan goods. But I'm not 100% sure of that or not. But now I'm going to continue with my chores. I don't have to water, so that's good. But I do have a little bit more to do around the farm here. We have to plant some of our extra wheat here, and then we're going to head and see if we have any mushrooms. I don't remember if I checked them yesterday or not. So, in-game yesterday, that is. Looks like we do have some mushrooms. We don't have the dryer, which is unfortunate. That's a newer item from patch 1.6. That does allow you to turn 5 items, like 5 mushrooms, into a specialty item. Again, an artisan good. But yeah, these melons are getting very close to being finished. So we're going to finish up stuff here in the greenhouse. I'm going to do a little bit more around the farm. And then we will continue onward because we have a little bit more we want to do around town today. So we'll get to that. Alright, Marnie, so I have your amaranth for you. It's raining out, so I am indeed soaked. Yes, your cows are going to love it. We don't get a cutscene like we do if you bring her one of her later quest items, the cave carrot. But we do get a little bit of money and some affection. And then we're also going to talk to Clint as well. I think I've managed to finally stop calling him Cliff. But we get our wonderful golden pickaxe, which we'll be using very soon for a special item. So we also want to process some, not geodes, but some mystery boxes. Get a little bit of hardwood. A totem as well. And a new ring. The sturdy ring, eh? Well, that certainly is worthwhile. I don't really need this magnetic ring, so let's replace it. Now we'll get back from our ailments a little bit faster. Alright, so we need the golden pickaxe to help us in the mines, but also to break up this meteorite. We get some omni geodes, some iridium ore, and of course, most importantly, the Prismatic Shard. So what's awesome about the Prismatic Shard is that it allows us to get a special item, which is one of the best weapons in the game. But we'll be breaking open those Omni Geodes as well. So now we have the Prismatic Shard here. We're going to use it by taking it into the middle of this little triangle here. The little butterfly is going to come across as well. And we get the little cutscene. We pick up a secret item, the Galaxy Sword. So that is one of the best weapons in the game, so we're glad to have it. It'll help in the mines quite a bit. As you can see, 60 to 80 damage plus speed, so pretty good. And once you access that, you actually are able to now access pretty much most of the items in the game in terms of weapons through our little Monster Slayer shop here. So now he will have all of these different items that are for sale. And so if you decide you want to actually buy any of them, you can do so. Of course, the better items are going to cost more and more. And the galaxy items, of course, which there are one of each different type of weapon, cost the most. Especially that galaxy hammer. And then we have some boots, not as good as ours, that we got in the mine. And then a few extra rings as well. So those might be nice if you don't have ones from either items that you found. That is another successful day in the valley. We can't get to Haley to say goodnight to her because of our dog and his big butt in the way, so we're just going to head to bed. And now we're going to head into day 2 of this particular episode as we continue to get closer and closer to the fair. We've reached double digits in terms of days here in fall. Seems like only yesterday we started fall, but it's been a while. We got some Joja Cola. Did that pet my dog? I'm not sure. Let's check here. Yes, it counted as a pet. I guess I had to rub him on the butt. I will do so. You're gonna do some housework. Well, that sounds fine. You do what you got to do. Keep yourself busy. There's not much to do around here at this point. If we do end up upgrading the house again, then you will have kids to take care of. So let's head out and do our chores. We are now up to 7 Joja Colas. We need 8 for the display. Alright, so we turn that iridium ore into some iridium bars. We need 5 of them to get to Ginger Island. So now we have 2. We'll probably have to find the rest of that iridium ore in the Skull Cave. So we'll get to that eventually once we finish off the regular mine. But in the meantime, let's continue to grab our blackberries here and cutting down these trees. Continue to up our regular wood stock. And I don't mean the hippie fest. I mean our stock that we use to create coal. Alright, we've got melons. Let's do our moment of mindfulness. That persistent popping was your moment of mindfulness for this episode. But we also got the sweet gemberry. Awesome, now we can finish off that particular quest line. Alright, so we got some more stuff here to process at Clint's. And hopefully we'll get a couple new items for the museum. Again, we're trying to get to 60 items in order to gain access to the sewers, if that hasn't been changed in later patches. We'll head down to the museum and see if any of this is new. We're far enough along that I don't remember off the top of my head whether any of the new items are actually going to be new or not. So we'll have to actually talk to Gunther. Looks like we got 2 new items here. And I am going to start using this table over here just so I can more easily access the items, so I can actually read them and get their descriptions. Yeah. Does that mean it's done? Am I not going to find any more of these books? I filled out your library yet again. I'm sure Jazz will be very excited about that. Obsidian. Joy. We can use it to create a portal to the nether, maybe. And some aeronite, or whatever it is. But here's where we need the sweet gemberry for. Old Master Cannoli, still searching for the sweetest taste. So if you put in the sweet gemberry, his eyes will turn red. And then if you walk up to him and talk to him, you will get another star drop. So that'll increase our energy yet again. And I believe that is our 3rd star drop we've acquired in the game. It's strange, but the taste reminds you of wealth. Or whatever you said your favorite item was. In our case, it's money. So as you see, we got 3 of them. Alright, so that is the second day for this episode. Got some good stuff today. Finished off our sweet gemberry quest. Did our chores. Added a couple more things to the museum, and of course got all of those melons. So we are getting very close. Once we get our pumpkin crop in a couple of days, we will have enough to upgrade our house again to the final level. And then we'll have to decide if we want to do anything else, like upgrade our tools anymore. I should probably maybe invest in the backpack as well. So get the final upgrade to the backpack. So at least we have a lot more inventory space. So today it's going to be sunny, which means we are going to have to actually water our plants outside. And the salmon. Yeah, we're not going to be fishing too much anymore. I might do a bit more of it in winter, simply because I won't have a ton to do. I will have most likely finished off the mines. What, you didn't water today? I mean, I guess it's important. Some people spend a lot of time designing their farms to look very particular in terms of the structure and outline of kind of where all the buildings are and stuff. That's something I've never been super into. I don't add paths. I don't really add much of anything. And hey, we finally have our special flowers. So that means our honey will now be worth quite a bit more. So now whenever we get new honey, it'll be worth, I would imagine, about 4 to 5 times what the regular honey was. So we get our fairy rose honey. And we have a little bit more pine tar as well. I suppose we should continue to make coal. Why not? We need it for bars. And of course, if we do end up creating kegs or anything like that, or the jars... Ooh, and we got a purple mushroom. So that'll be good for the Grange display, or Grange display. Because that's a pretty rare mushroom. Too bad it's not a higher quality. You can use the morel in cooking. Anything over here in terms of blackberries? Doesn't look like it. And then we have our new crop of pumpkins that we're growing in here. So those will come into later this fall, and we'll get another massive profit from those. Oh, crud. I was watering here, and I accidentally used my axe and destroyed one of my pumpkins. That sucks. Oh well, we'll just have to take the loss. There's not much I can do about it. So today is Jody's birthday. So you know what that means. Coral! Coral for everybody! Nice of you to come out, Jody. They haven't. Huh. But here is your birthday present. A nice neutral item of coral that everyone likes. Well, they don't like it, but they don't hate it. For some reason, it's just neutral. So I can give it to everybody on their birthday. And I have been. So now you're up to 3 hearts. And I figured in this particular episode, we might as well show off a little bit of mining, because I haven't been really showing that off. So now we're in the deeper levels of the mine. We found a nice diamond here. And we're getting pretty close to finishing up the regular mine. We just have a few more floors to go. So we're continuing to look for coal. We got some different enemies here, like these little ball guys. Reminds me of the Son of Sun from Chrono Trigger. Got a nice little cave carrot there. And I believe we are maxed out on items here. So we are going to have to find the stairs yet. Because once we get down to floor 110, we're going to get a special item, which I believe should be a new set of armor. And so we're going to need a spot in our inventory in order to pick that up. So I'll have to decide what I'm going to discard. But whenever you want to show up stairs, that would be nice. Okay, we got the stairs. Let's fight this wizard ninja guy and kill off some slimes, because we have to kill 1,000 of them eventually, which I'm totally not going to do in this playthrough. But let's just get rid of wood. That's the easiest to replace. And let's get our new armor, which is the space boots, to go along with our galaxy sword. So they are, I believe, +4. Yeah, +4 to defense and immunity. So our firewalkers were 3, so that gives us +1 extra to each. So that's a nice little upgrade. And we got a nice supply of stuff. We actually found a gold quality purple mushroom. And you can see on my character sprite, he actually now has the dark purple boots. But that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in my next episode as we level up here a little bit and we continue onward towards the Stardew Valley Fair. So long! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time!